One of the things you noted in your report was that there's a difference between what a government body would approve and what actually gets paid out. That's what you're kind of describing here.
Exactly. Yeah, I've found that city council members and county commissioners approve a lot more incentives than actually get paid out. So one could say that they're doing a better job of picking losers than picking winners because none of the companies can actually do what they say they can, which is create jobs. So that also brings up the question, is this a good idea? Should we continue doing this? At the city's report that I looked at, just a good example, they approved $65 million in incentives, but they only actually paid out $20 million. Now, there is a time frame difference there. If you approve an agreement, it's not necessarily paid out that same year. But overall, we can see there's a very big discrepancy between approved numbers and then what actually happens.
Let's talk about what you found. You looked at the 13 largest cities in North Carolina, and you looked at a 5-year period. So who's spending on this kind of thing?
So when we looked at it, what we found were the most populous areas had the most spending. So if you look along that I-85 corridor, so if we look at the Charlotte, Concord, Gastonia area, that has the most population. But they didn't spend the most. The next highest populated area is Raleigh, Durham, Cary, that area. They also didn't spend the most. The Triad, which is Winston-Salem, Greensboro, High Point, has the least population in that corridor, and yet they spent the most by a considerable amount. The Triad area spent around $27 million compared to the Raleigh area, which only spent $12 million.